Hi, how are you? Thanks for visiting this video. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please support our channel by doing subscribe and pushing like button. I really appreciate that it is free and you get new motivational video almost every day. What you're about to hear is an information presented by Brian Tracy, a self-made millionaire and one of the most knowledgeable and experienced speakers and trainers in the world today. He has invested more than 25 years of his life, going from rags to riches in the process. To learn why some people are more successful than others. In the coming programs, he will share with you the very best laws and principles ever discovered in human history for achieving personal wealth. He knows what he's talking about. He did not graduate from high school. He worked at laboring jobs, washing dishes, digging ditches, stacking lumber and working on farms and ranches for several years. But he worked in construction. He worked on a ship in the north. Finally he got into sales. And then into business management, where he began to study other successful people. Now, jump forward 20 years. Brian has now started, built, managed, or turned around 22 different businesses in a variety of fields. He has served as a speaker, trainer and consultant for more than 500 corporations throughout the United States and in 23 foreign countries. Did more than 2 million men and women through his courses on sales management, personal success and financial achievement. His audio and video programs have been translated into 20 languages and are sold in 38 countries worldwide. Brian has not only taken himself from rags to riches, but he has also shown thousands of other men and women who started how to achieve financial independence. Any one of the laws that you're about to learn can change your life. As always, the most important factor in success is bring you to take action. Your job is to learn these principles and strategies, and then to apply them in your life consistently over and over again until you get the same results that hundreds of thousands, even millions of men and women have gotten before you. At the end of this program, we'll tell you about a special offer that will very quickly put you on the high road toward financial independence and personal well. Now here is with the 21 absolutely unbreakable laws of money. What's your major goals in life should be financially independent. You must reach the point where you have enough money so that you never have to worry about money again. The good news is that financially dependent just easier to achieve today than it has ever been before. We live in the richest country at the richest time in all of human history. We are surrounded by more well times have to less than ever before. Your goal should be to participate fully in what many people are starting to refer to as the golden age of mankind. Money has an energy of its own, and it is largely attracted to people who treat it well. Money tends to slowly toward those people who can use it in the most productive ways to produce valuable goods and services, as you can invest it to create employment and opportunities that benefit others. At the same time, money flows away from those who use it for days or who spend it in non-productive ways. Your job is to acquire as much money as you honestly can, and then to use that money to initiate the quality of your life and the lives of the people you care about. So this is 21 absolutely unbreakable laws of money. Number 1. The law of cause and effect. Everything happens for a reason. There is a cause for every effect. This is the firing lot of human destiny. This law says it's. We live in a world governed by law, not chance. It says that everything happens for a reason. Whether or not we know what it is, every effect, success or failure, wealth or poverty, has a specific cause or causes. Every cause or action has an effect across a glass of some kind or another, whether we can see it or whether we like it or not. This law of cause and effect says that all achievement, all wealth, all happiness, prosperity and success are the direct and indirect effects or results of a specific causes or actions. What is needed? If you could be clear about the effect or result you want, you can probably achieve it. You can study others who have accomplished the same goal. And by doing thing they did, you can get the same results, but often lasting effect applies to money as much as to any other subject. This law says that financial success is an effect, as such it proceeds from certain specific causes. When you identify these causes and implement them in your own life, and then you get the same effect that hundreds of thousands and even millions of others have gotten before you. You can acquire whatever amount of money you really want, if you will just do what others have done before you to achieve the same results. And if you don't have a disability left, the most important expression of this universal law is that our causes and conditions are effect. Put another way, your such are the primary creative forces in your life. You create your entire world just by the way you think. All the people and situations of your life today have been created by your own thinking or attracted to you by your own thinking. And when you change your thinking, you change your life. Sometimes in seconds. The most important principle of personal or business success is simply this: you become what you think about most of the time. It's not what happens to you, but how you think about what happens to you that determines how you feel and react. It is not the world outside of you that dictates your circumstances or conditions. It's the world inside of you that creates the conditions of your life. Specifically, it is the way you think about money and about your financial situation that largely determines your financial conditions today. Accurate diagnosis is half the cure. Look at the most important parts of your life: your family, your health, your work, your financial situation. And observe the coker-fact relationships between what you think, say, feel and do. And the result you are getting to be honest with yourself. Number two is the law of reality. This law says that whatever you truly believe, this with feeling, becomes your reality. As you always act in American citizens with your beliefs, especially your beliefs about yourself, and your beliefs act like a set of still fears that screen out information that is inconsistent with them. You do not necessarily believe what you see, but rather you see what you already believe. You reject information that contradicts what you have already decided to believe. Whether or not your beliefs, your prejudices are based on fact or fantasy. This is especially true with regard to money. The best belief that you can develop within yourself is that you are destined to be a big success financially. When you are absolutely convinced that you are a financial success in the making, you will engage in the behaviors that will make it come true. The worst beliefs you can have are self-limiting beliefs. These exist whatever you believe yourself to be limited in some way. The fact is that no one is better than you, and no one is smarter than you. If someone else is doing better, it is largely because he or she has developed his or her natural belief more than you have. He or she had to learn the laws of cause and effect that applied to his or her life and finances before you have thought anything anyone else or done within reason. You can probably do as well. You just need to learn how. One great thing. Would you dare to dream? If you knew you could not fail. If you had no limitations. If you had all the time, money, talent, skills and contacts that you could ever want, what would you want to do or be or have in your life? Number three. A lot of expectations. This law says that whatever you expect with confidence becomes your own self-fulfilling prophecy. You are always acting as a fortune teller in your own life, by the way you think and talk about how things are going to turn out. When you really expect good things to happen, good things usually happen to you. If you expect something negative to happen, you are usually not disappointed. Wealthy people expect to be rich, successful people expect to be successful. Happy popular people expect to be happy and popular. And your expectations are largely under your control. So expect the best of yourself. Imagine that you have unlimited abilities. And if you can accomplish anything, you put your mind to imagine that your future is only limited by your own imaginations. and that whatever you have accomplished up to now is only a fraction of what you are truly capable of achieving. Imagine that your greatest moments lie ahead, and that everything to tap until you up to now has merely been a preparations for the great things that are yet to come. Number 4 is the law of attraction. Never forget the law of attraction. This is a great law. It says just that you are a living magnet. It says that you invariably attract into your life the people, situations and circumstances that are in harmony with your dominant thought. This is one of the great laws that explains much of success and failure in business and personal life. It says that everything you have in your life today, you have attracted to yourself because of the way you think. You can change your life, because you can change the way you think when you develop a burning desire for financial success and think about it all the time. You showed up a force field of positive emotional energy that attracts people, ideas and opportunities into your life to help you make your goals into reality. Just look at your financial life today and see how it harmonizes with your thinking. Take full credit for all the good things in your life. They are there because you have attracted them to yourself. Then look around you at the things you don't like and take full responsibility for them as well. So they're there because of you as well, because of some flaw in your own thinking. What is that flaw and what are you going to do about it? Number 5, a lot of correspondence. This law says that your outer world is a reflection of your inner world, and it corresponds with your dominant patterns of thinking. Now this is an extraordinary principle. This explains most happiness and unhappiness, most success and failure, most greatness and mean the sure life. After years of study in this area, I still stand at all before this powerful law, like standing and looking out over the vastness of the Grand Canyon. Just think, your outer world reflects your inner world. In every way, nothing can happen to or for you in the long term, until and unless it corresponds to something inside of you. Therefore, if you want to change or improve anything in your life, you must begin by changing the inner aspects of your mind. Sometimes this is called your mental equivalent. Your greatest responsibility in life is to create within yourself the mental equivalent of what you want to experience on the outside. The fact is that you cannot achieve it on the outside until you have first created it on the inside. It's very much as though your life is a 360-degree mirror. Wherever you look, there you are. Your relationships, for example, always reflect back to you the kind of person you are on the inside. Your attitude, your health and your financial conditions are a reflection of the way you think most of the times. The correspondence is a foundation friendship of virtually all religions and all schools of thought. This is really a great news actually. It is the key to personal freedom and happiness. It is the key to great success and fulfillment. There's only one thing in the world that you can control, and that is the way you think. However, when you take complete control of your thinking, you take control over all the other aspects of your life at the same time. I think you know, keep talking only about what you want. And by refusing to think or talk about what you don't want, you become the architect of your own destiny. You create your own world. Number 6 is the law of abundance. This law says that we live in an abundant universe in which there is sufficient money for all who really want it and who are willing to handle a lot of governing its acquisition. What this means is that there's plenty of money available to you. There is no real shortage. You can have virtually all you really want and need. We live in a generous universe, and we are surrounded on all sides by blessings and opportunities to acquire all we truly desire. Your attitude, have either abundance or scarcity toward money, will have a major impact on whether you become rich or not. So first corollary of the law of abundance says that people become wealthy because they decide to become wealthy. Individuals become wealthy because they believe they have the ability to become wealthy. Because they believe this completely and act accordingly. They consistently do the things that turn their beliefs into reality. The second corollary of the law of abundance says, people are poor because they have not yet decided to become rich. In the book The Instant Millionaire by Mark Fisher. The old millionaire asked the boy who was shot his advice about becoming a millionaire. Why aren't you rich already? This is an important question to ask yourself. However you answer this question will reveal a lot about yourself to yourself. Your answers will expose your self-limiting beliefs. You got your fears, your favorite excuses, your rationalizations, and your justifications. Why aren't sure which already? Write down all the reasons you can think of earlier your answers one by one with someone who knows she well, and ask them for their opinion. You may be surprised to find that your reasons are mostly excuses that you have fallen in love with. Whatever your reasons or excuses, you can get rid of them. Still, world is full of hundreds and thousands of people who had far more difficulties to overcome than you could ever imagine. And they've gone on to be successful anyway and shall continue. Number 7. It is the law of exchange. This law says that money is the medium through which people exchange their labor in the production of goods and services for the goods and services of others. Before there was money, that was barter. In bars or people exchange goods and services directly for goods and services. Without the medium of money, as civilized nations grew and barter became to commentate, people found that they could exchange their goods and services into a medium like coins, which they could then exchange for the goods and services of others, thereby making the whole process more efficient. Today, we go to work and exchange our work for money, which we then use to purchase the results of the work of other people. The first corollary of a lot of change says, money is a measure of the value that people placed on goods and services. It's only what a person will pay that determines the value of something. Goods and services do not have a value separate and apart from what someone is willing to pay for them. All about you is therefore subjective, and based on that such feelings, attitudes and opinions of the prospective purchaser at the moment of the buying decision. The second corollary of this law says, your labor is meaningless as a factor of production or a cost by others. We each have a tendency to look upon the sweat of our work as something special, because it is showing chance. We personalize, it comes from us and as an expression of what we are as a person. However, as far as others are concerned, our labor is just a cost. As intelligent consumers, as employers or customers, we all want the very most for the very least, no matter whose labor is involved. For this reason, you cannot place an objective or fixed value on your own labor. It is only what other people are willing to pay for your labor in a competitive market that determines what you weren't and what you are worth in financial terms. The third corollary of this law says, the amount of money you earn is a measure of the value that others place on your contributions. The way the market for the labor of any kind works is simple. You will always be paid in direct proportion to sway factors: the work you do, how well you do it, and the difficulty of replacing you. How much you want to pay will be in direct proportion to the quantity and quality of your contributions in comparison with a collective, usually of others, combined with the value that other people place on your contributions. Stuff, or the corollary of a law of exchange, says, money is an effect, not a car wash. Your work or contribution to the value of a product or service is the cause, and the wage shall right or earnings that you receive. If you wish to increase the effect, the money you have to increase the cause. So valuable that you put in, that's just a corollary of the law of exchange, says that to increase the amount of money you are getting out, you must increase the value of the work that you are putting in to earn more money. You must add more value. You must increase your knowledge or increase your skill or improve your work habits or work longer and harder hours or work more creatively or do something that enables you to get greater leverage and results from your average. Sometimes you have to do all of these together. Highest paid people in our society are those who are continually improving one or more of these areas to add greater value to the work that they are doing. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to press like and subscribe button. You will get new motivational video almost every day.